On March 27, 2015, Russian astronaut Mikhail Kornienko began his first ever one-year expedition on the International Space Station. It was the longest mission ever since ISS was launched. We are prepared for this journey with its crew. We will show you life on board as it is during the whole mission. Almost everything you're about to see was shot in outer space. I was in the right place at the right time, but all jokes aside, it was an offer I just couldn't refuse, though I understood it wouldn't be a walk in the park. The International Space Station is ready to take on board its new inhabitants. ISS is able to receive 4 crews a year that are transferred to the station by Russian manual crafts, Soyuz. My name is Anton Shkaplerov, 43rd Expedition Onboard Engineer, reporting from the International Space Station. I'm here to meet new members of the crew, and there's about an hour left before they dock. Right now, we are waiting for cosmonauts Mikhail Kornienko, Gennady Badalka, and NASA astronaut Scott Kelly. Here we have Gennady's room. As you can see, it's still quite empty. There's not even a sleeping bag, or as we call it, an astrobed. Apart from that, everything is ready for his arrival. He will be staying for 6 months. Things that first space explorers were just dreaming about are quite regular for the ISS crew. Today, a standard orbital mission lasts for half a year. Almost every astronaut nowadays goes through several such missions over his tour of duty. However, the one-year mission is a completely new experience for the International Space Station. No one has ever been on board of the ISS longer than for a regular 6-month period. There is a room in the Node 2 module of the American ISS segment where Mikhail Kornienko will live for the whole year. Let me show it to you. It is also still empty, waiting for Mikhail's stuff in his sleeping bag. There's now only some technical devices and empty bags. SV in sight. ICR, this is Unit 16-3. Congratulations on the successful injection. Switching controls to the Moscow Mission Control Center. Soyuz Vehicle Mission Commander Gennady Badalka is the first to step on board. It's his 5th space journey, and in September, he will return back to Earth. Yet 2 of his onboard engineers, Mikhail Kornienko and Scott Kelly, will not return with their commander. They've got a special kind of mission. My dear friends, I'm Mikhail Kornienko, Russian cosmonaut. I've arrived at the station for the 2nd time. My first mission was 5 years ago, and it lasted for half a year. Although it is my 2nd journey, it will last twice as long. I'll be here with my American friend and colleague, Scott Kelly. During this year, I hope to show you lots of interesting things about life on the station and outer space as whole. A plane with astronauts is landing at the Baikonur Airport. A special arriving area was organized for welcomers and journalists near the airstrip. This area is restricted for those who didn't pass the special security check. Security rules are strict here. The crew is always arriving 14 days before the liftoff. These 2 weeks before the spacecraft will blast into space are the most important days of the mission training program. Any little mistake can put to rest several months of preparation at this crucial stage. General Officer, sir, crew is reporting in for the pre-launch training. Oh, look at you all amped up. Only specialists that take part in the pre-launch training are allowed to interact with the crew from the moment of its arrival. The distance from anybody else must be about 10 feet. That's the way they have to communicate. All right! Keep yourself warm. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Half an hour goes by and another plane lands on the airfield. It came from the Cosmonaut Training Center as well, carrying the backup crew aboard. Members of this crew are like substitutes in a sports game. If there was an emergency, they are ready to replace any member of the starting crew. These two crews take different planes and drive through Baikonur in separate buses. There are only 2 units of this kind of bus in the world. They are made by the special order of the Cosmonaut Training Center and have worked at Baikonur for almost 30 years. They only differ in plate number, color, and transported individuals inside. The first one is for the main crew, and the second is for the subs. Each one has a horseshoe on it, for good luck. That's the way these vehicles were delivered from the factory. We've got an air conditioning system here and 2 rows of 4 seats. A regular bus would have more seats, right? And here we have, for the crew. Also, it has better sound insulation. You almost can't hear the engine. See for yourself. Very comfortable. These air ventilation and thermal control systems will be used by the crew while traveling to the launch pad in spacesuits. It's sterile inside the bus. This area is restricted for authorized personnel only. That's why we had to shoot this footage before the crew arrived at the cosmodrome. While the crew was resting in the quarters, the spaceship is still being prepared for the launch at the assembly and testing facility. The spacecraft itself is being delivered to Baikonur a couple of months before the launch. Spacesuits are delivered beforehand as well to carve out some time for error checking and corrections. Starting readings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left chair operator rates connection quality as stable. There is an emergency headset on board. The crew probably won't be needing it, but everything must be checked. After connection tests, all medical hardware is coming up for check. During the mission, different kinds of sensors and devices send intel about astronauts' condition from the ISS to the MCC. At the end of the day, the engineers conclude no errors, everything is in normal condition. Everything here is planned, down to the last minute. Tomorrow we have to finish lining up all the video equipment and special devices in the capsule. The day after tomorrow, we will fill the gas mixture supply system with oxygen. Well, from then on, our facility puts everything in order for the crew pre-launch training. First pre-launch training activity proceeds 12 days before liftoff. It is called the fit check of the spaceship. Crew members arrive at the assembly and testing facility and put on the spacesuit, the same they'll be wearing during the mission. We're just going to have a look at the cargo placement. That's it. Stowing will be done at the second fit check. The ship's still empty. What do I have here? Oh, it's hoses. Every crew member has his own allotted seat, made by reference to personal anatomic features. At the fit check, astronauts check their durability one more time. The absence of remarks means it's time to get down to business. Okay, are you ready? I'm taking a picture. Thank you. Hey, where's your smile? During the first fit check, mission commander and onboard engineers study the Soyuz onboard documentation and test communication and navigation sets. Also, they check contents of the equipment and cargo they are about to deliver to the station. If something is wrong, it gets fixed.
It can be okay for anyone, but not for me. The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in war.
The next morning, after taking some rest after the fit check, the crew leaves its quarters for the official ceremony. It is an old Baikonur tradition. Astronauts make the colors of countries taking part in the international man-rated Liftoff. After the official part, journalists get a couple of minutes for flash interviews.
Most of the questions go to the main newsmaker and trailblazer, Mikhail Kornienko.
This is not your first flight. However, this time it's going to last a full year. Does it feel different? A lot different. But I'm sure that everything will be all right. We've got a great crew and we are fully prepared for this mission, both psychologically and physically. It will be hard, of course. There's no denying that. But we can do this. The pre-launch party of the training is quite concealed because of the medical observation the crew is under. But there is more than meets the eye. These days are quite busy. No one is allowed at the crew quarters. For the whole 2 weeks, crew members and everyone who works with them live in a closed environment, only getting out for the cosmodrome tests. To prepare an astronaut, it takes years and years of training. Imagine if he would get sick just before the launch, even if it would be a simple case of ARVI. That's how problems begin. To replace the crew member at this stage, consequences could be disastrous. For what it's worth, there's always time for exceptions. On media day, a week before the start, press gets a couple of hours with the crew. But first, everyone should be checked by the STS epidemiologist. There will be no warnings. You'll get kicked out. Remember the classics. You move, and you're dead. Almost. Are we clear? This is my key requirement. Physical exercise and special drills are very important for the crew. Gennady Padalka and Mikhail Kornienko exercising on the special fracture table. Setting up at 45 degrees. Under zero gravity, the blood goes to the head, so this body position helps prepare for this better. Keep your head straight. Here, astronaut Scott Kelly is training his vestibular system. Open your eyes now. After these challenges, the crew members have some spare time. They play sports. They will miss these feelings in outer space. The ISS has lots of exercise devices, but their physical exercise is not a hobby, it is a vital necessity. Being an astronaut is a great type of sport itself. In training, in regular life, even at the station, I do 2.5 hours of physical exercises every day. Meanwhile, the spaceship preparations are still in process. After being filled up with fuel and pressured gas, Soyuz keeps waiting for more final actions. A week before the liftoff, specialists from the Rocket Corporation Energia and Space Center Yuzhny carry out a thorough inspection of the craft and install the nose cone. In order to do this, Soyuz is being put on its side. Everything is being measured and checked according to blueprints and setups. Only after that, the final procedure occurs. Petrovich, all ready? Ready. Let's go. That's how the spaceship will go through the final fit check. The crew members check if their remarks were sufficiently answered. Gennady Podelka, Mikhail Kornienko, and Scott Kelly approved the spaceship condition. Next time, they will see the ship only at the launch pad. The forthcoming stage of the pre-launch prep is the final assembly of the rocket and the Soyuz. The ascent unit, the emergency escape system, and 3 other stages become a united body. After all these procedures, the National Commission decides if the carrier rocket is ready to be transferred to the launch pad. Time of the transport depends on the time of the liftoff, but nearly always it happens at the crack of dawn. Quite possibly, it's for the looks. The process of transport is traditionally being watched by a numerous audience of journalists, special guests, and the maintenance crew. Public order is being kept by the police forces and the cosmodrome security. Allowed movement, speed around, and launch pad is 3 miles per hour. The time of cosmic speed rates hasn't come yet. Cargo with supplies must be delivered safe and sound. More than 500 people work hard to provide the liftoff. All the necessary preparations are being carried out in one day. However, according to the rules, the service crew always have a spare day for emergencies. The flight crew spends this extra day at the quarters. They can't arrive at the launch pad early and have to communicate with the outer world through the glass because of the observation procedure. On behalf of the people gathered here, I wish you a good liftoff and best of luck.
I'm allowed a little closer communication as a relative, but we still go through medical checkup, bacterial cleansing, and we still keep a distance. Of course, I feel the urge to hold him, at least to hold hands, but I keep myself away. Restricted means restricted.
The day of silence, as they call it, starts 24 hours before liftoff. Astronauts are resting till the evening. But 6 hours before launch, they go out to leave their signatures on the door and catch a ride to the launch pad. Mikhail Kornienko, I got it. For many years, the crew gets into the special purpose bus accompanied by this song. Although this crew is still quite special, not every crew is being seen off by such a big crowd. Of course, this farewell will not be without tears of relatives. Next time they will see each other only in a year. Let's go. Long the farewell, bitter the tears. first couple of hours on the launch pad are pretty slow. All the standard procedures and checkups are made and astronauts get into their spacesuits. The crew members are utterly serious and stiff. The important and long-awaited event is ahead. Do we have some water on the table? Where? Under the table, is it there? Oh, not there. Okay, would someone get me a glass of water then? Me too. National Commission Chairman, sir. The Soyuz TMA 16M crew reporting in for the mission. Mission Commander Gennady Padalka. Good luck. Prepare for liftoff. Prepare for liftoff. Standing by. Good luck. Good luck. Bye. Woo!
Take care, my friend.
Take care. Arrived at the launch pad, the mission commander is reporting in once more. Roscosmos Commander, sir. The Soyuz TMA 16M crew reporting in and ready for liftoff and the mission. Final memento photos are taken, and the crew is heading for the rocket. All right, here we go. The crew gets in the special elevator and goes up to the ship exactly 122 minutes before the start. Everything is ready for liftoff. Unit 53, are you watching me? Yeah, quality is good. What camera are you looking at? Oh, the one in front of you. The crew members check all the systems and the leak integrity of their suits. Medical staff control physical condition of the crew in real time. These 2 hours are the most dramatic. Psychological support tries to make the crew relax by turning on some music. The atmosphere on the launch pad is not so relaxing. Every service here is in full readiness. Launch specialists took their places in special bunkers long ago. It's time for the final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. Fire engines. Onboard power. Roger. Ready to start. Ignition. Oxygen. Ignition preliminary. Liftoff confirmed. Here we go. The longest ISS mission to ever have started. A little more than 9 minutes and Soyuz will be in outer space. Roger, JK3. Congratulations on successful injection. Switching controls to the Moscow Mission Control Center. Onboard zero gravity indicator starts floating around. The crew now has 6 hours of flight to the ISS ahead. What lays ahead? How are the first days in zero gravity going? And what kind of treats will Mikhail Kornienko get at the ISS on his 55th birthday? Just keep watching, and you'll see all this and much more.
A year in space has just started.